Hey guys, so today we're back with another book review and we're going to be doing Hoodoo on My Bones. This is the author and I do believe this is her Instagram name as well, which is where I found her, and she posts some amazing content. So if you're not following her already, please go do so because you will be super happy that you did. So this book here is like amazing. It is a total beginner's guide. If you're intermediate, I think that's the word, hopefully. Um, like, just not even beginner, just newbie, I would say. If you're a newbie to Hoodoo, this is the perfect book for you. I want to almost say that, especially if you're a beginner, if you got this book, which is $45 to $50 on Amazon.com and or Etsy, this might be the only book you need for quite some time. It is full of information. So within this book, she starts off giving a little bit of background about herself, her family, how she got into Hoodoo, her lineage within that, and things like that. And then she just progresses and moves forward to some amazing material. She also talks about how Hoodoo is just within us as Black people, that it's just been passed down from generation to generation, and we don't even realize that we are doing things that are Hoodoo, like even our fellow Christians, and oh no, you can't do this, can't do that. It's Hoodoo. She talks about the superstitions that we have as Black people and things like that, and it's funny to read and just see all these like common things and like, oh, okay, it's not just me, it's other people's family and stuff like that. So it's really cool. In the book, she gives you, like I said, a ton of information. She talks to you about candle magic, color magic. She breaks down each color, what it's used for, things like that. She gives you days of the week that your magic will work best. She talks about the lunar cycles so that you can work your magic with that. And if you're a beginner, don't be scared of that. That seems like a lot, like days of the weeks, the lunar cycle, You don't have to do stuff like that. You don't have to. You can do your magic how you want to. That is the best thing about Hoodoo. There's like really no set rules, but these are just guides and things to help you. Like if a certain time of the lunar cycle syncs up with a certain day of the week and you're able to do your magic on that, it just makes it stronger. And if you can't and you really need to get something done, do it. Don't wait or whatever. Sometimes you got to do stuff right away. Anyhow, so then she also gives recipes for Florida waters, floor washes, spiritual baths. She gives root work. She gives the medicinal like use of different roots and and the magical properties for those roots as well. The book is about 365 pages. Most of it is talking about the roots and herbs and stuff, which is so important. But I loved the beginning of the book. I loved it, and just wanted more of it. In my mind, I kept saying like, well, what more could she have added? And I still can't say what she could have added, but I was just loving it. Like just everything she was saying and breaking it down and talking to us about like how we did funerals, our ancestor veneration, libations, which all those could be like new words for you, but they're all in the book and she just breaks it down. It's so simple. When I tell you it's simple, I am thinking about ordering another copy, at least one more. I know for sure I'm going to order at least one more copy when I'm able to. So because I have two girls and when I pass on, I want them to have this book, but I kind of want them to have it now. So I might order two because I don't want to share mine. Eventually I might order two, but for sure one, so that they can both have it, so that when they're older they can have this, they can write their notes in it, and they can pass it on to their kids as well, if that's what they decide to do. So then this book also goes into like things like cooking, how to set up your altar, dressing your candles, making war water, how to do petitions, cleansing your house spiritually, like cleansing your furniture, cleansing your house. It also goes into broom magic. I don't think it's like too much like overwhelming with broom magic, but she does talk about, she does have like, and the writing is kind of big, but she does have like about a page and a half worth of writing about brooms. And speaking of which, now is the time for you to run out and get your broom. Even if you can't afford to get the book right now, go get your brooms. I got 2 brooms at Walgreens, lavender scent, which I love because I don't do well with the other scents. But the lavender scents, I got them. and they're the like nice size brooms, and I think they were like 2 for $8. So go run and get your brooms. Also, you can get smaller brooms from the Dollar Tree if you have one locally. If not, I do believe you can order them online. It's worth it. You're gonna want to cover all your doors with the brooms, all your entryways. That's how I did it, at least. And she just gives you some information on that. I knew that information before reading the book, but she does give you information. And don't say I didn't give you any tips. So go ahead and run and get it if you can afford that. And maybe not the book yet. If you could get both, go get both. Anyhow, back to the book. So she just gives you like so much information on these books. Let me see. I want to say from like, and it's probably a little bit further back. Anyway, this much I think is about like the roots and herbs. And she just, I believe it's in alphabetical order too. She breaks down different roots that we use within Hoodoo, how we can use them for healing like our physical body, like for medicine purposes, and also how we can use them within our magic and what to do with them. She tells you how to dispose of your work. She gives you some like recipes in here, but not too many. That would be for a different book. And that's totally fine because this book was really, really worth it. So those are all the pros. There's a few cons, which for someone like me, they're not even really cons. But for some people that are picky, it might be a con. So the con of that would be that there are a lot of like grammatical errors, which I'm not like a grammar person, but I did notice some things in there, quite a few things. There's quite a few errors in there, which is fine. Like I said, it's not a big deal. It doesn't take away from the book or anything, but I know like I've read comments on like some people's like Amazon reviews and it's a big deal for them. So if you're one of those people, don't bother. But if you're someone who wants the information, you want the knowledge, you want this, it ain't a big deal. The only one that was I think on one of the things where she was given information, she kind of like say for instance, she was given information about roses, and then the next one she's supposed to give information about lavender. Like instead of putting the information for lavender, she put the information for roses again or whatever, which isn't a huge deal, but I want the information. You know what I mean? I want that information. So I'm just curious as to what that was, and I forgot to even mark which page it was, so I'm gonna have to go back and maybe I could write her and see if I could get that information. I don't know. Anyhow, so that is my review on the book. 100% go and run as fast as you can and get it because it is well worth it. And into the next review, I hope you're having a fabulous day.